What is coming out does not seem very appealing to Rivers State as what we presented. In the first place, we asked for 10% of equity to the host communities, but they came out with 3%, and even the 3% is not exactly very clear. 3% of what? Because if it is 3% of operational profit, then we will not fare well under that, because it is the same oil companies, the IOCs, that determine their operational cost. So it is cost minus revenue will give you profit. So if they determine the cost and they determine the revenue, it means they are also determining what will be the profit. And it is what they declare as profit that 3% of that will now come back to us. So we are not satisfied with that.
All right, so that was the clip of Dr. Peter Mede, who was just in the studio with Samoroko Chinedu on the Morning Crossfire. And his opinion, and that's been replicated and also been re-echoed across the region over the weekend on the Petroleum Industry Bill. The PIB bill, it's now out. It's been long in the waiting, over 13 years, just about 12, 13 years in the waiting for that particular bill. Now, I listened very carefully to the interview Sam had with our guest, Commissioner of Energy here in River State. Now, the one point that he made mention, and interesting, as soon as he mentioned it on my timeline, people started to react, and that's how we're going to start this morning inside Rivers State. Now, he said, and Sam asked him, look, people have been making mention of the accountability of the resources and the monies that have been spent, the human capital development projects that have been put in ground here in the Niger Delta. Take a drive, if you can, if you ever have, from here in Port Harcourt all the way to Edo State, along the road from Ugeli to Ozoaku. Virtually everywhere you get to find some project that some governor, under the auspices or under the guardianship of, or in lieu, in light with and in connection with either the NDDC, some intervention project has been started. A good number of them have been left abandoned. I'm talking about infrastructure. I'm talking about physical buildings. Also, look at the capital development of the people of the Niger Delta. Some people have been trained to become bakers, welders, and all of those things. Some, but not a good number. The question then still arises. How come, despite the huge number, that we are not getting a lot of these individuals, our own sons, our own daughters, making the very best use of what has been placed in their hands? The next question comes in, okay, is it corruption or is it an apathy towards a certain kind of work? We've had conversations about individuals here who sell their slots. There's a lot of corruption. You go to the NDDC to get a contract. Now, the good commissioner just left here a few moments ago, and he stated that if we have more funds, we will get better accountability. Do you agree with that comment? There's a very popular saying that he that is faithful in little will be given more. Now, this is in no way a justification or an agreement with the 3%. Many Niger Delta people are kicking against it. But one caller very clearly stated, look, we're talking about getting more. What have we done with the more? Or what have we done rather with what we have before we demand more? Is there any guarantee that if we have more, our accountability will be better? If we've not been faithful, if our sons, our daughters, our colleagues, those who have been either directly or indirectly placed at the helm of affairs, managing our resources, if they've not been astute in doing so, how then can this region guarantee that if more is given, we're going to be better accountable? A clip of the governor a few moments ago, like an hour ago, where he insinuated that contracts have been done before, awarded somewhere, and the person took the group took a huge chunk of money, in sum of about 2 billion naira. But it's not new news, is it? In River State, or is it in Nigeria, where contractors have taken huge sums, they've been, in quote, mobilized to the site, and then nothing is done? Welcome. Hello, Port Harcourt. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0007, and then the female caller line is 0817-923-0009. WhatsApp and Telegram is 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. And if you get onto Facebook, facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH is the handle to follow. And we have one question, so follow up to the interview on the morning crossfire. Would more funds, would more allocation, increased percentages, will that guarantee the accountability that this region has been asking for years? Nathaniel joins us this morning. When you call him, please do well to turn down the volume of your radio set. Nathaniel, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning, welcome.
For me, it's the most embarrassing thing to begin to ask me questions what I'm supposed to do with my personal money. I think this region has been deprived for a long time. And for somebody, whether a citizen of this region or somebody from far away, to begin to ask what the money that was given or allocated to this region was used for, it's a huge embarrassment. You shouldn't ask me what I use my money for. My money is my money. I should use it the best way it suits me. But there's one thing we should know, that if money allocated to this region is so small, it will be very likely that money may not be used so sufficiently, because there will not be enough money to take care of most of the things that the money was allocated to. But if the money was enough,
yes,
I think the stakeholders should be able to sit down and manage the resources well.
Okay.
Now you want to tell me that the money that was coming out from this region was used to sponsor most of the things that we have in this country. And why the people of this country are allowed to suffer and wallow in poverty. And people are just very much annoyed and asking so many questions.
Okay. Christian is in Bonny Island. Christian, we have just about a minute for you. Good morning. Welcome, Christian.
Yeah, good morning, Port Harcourt.
All right. We have Daniel Imo Gates waiting as well. So, Christian, we'll give you a minute. Let's get to you, please.
Yeah. You see, apart from any other thing, there are some other areas where I felt this would have benefited the communities. I think if these terms are well negotiated and huge amount of money goes to the hands of these communities, I think it will help them to develop, these various communities where this oil are being gotten, and it will also improve on human, movement to the cities. Like we have in Bonny, I'm talking to you now. There are definitely so many indigents. You have foreigners, instant people in Bonny working here. You understand? So that is it. They shouldn't be so stingy. In short, this thing has nothing to do with the federal government. It is purely these people's resources. And they should dictate how they want it.
To use it.
I saw how most of them, with their abada, big abada, dragging and discussing what doesn't concern them, what they don't even have.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Daniel Imo Gates, apologies there. Hello, 923, good morning. Once again, when you call in, please do well to turn down the volume of your radio set. Now, the penultimate caller made mention that, look, it's my money. You shouldn't ask me how I use it. It's my resources. It's how I use it that bothers me and my people. But the people are asking, and he goes on to actually make a comment. There is sense in that. I don't know if you actually get that. So if a lot of money that should have been granted to these regions have not been granted, it makes explicit sense that with the little that they have, they obviously won't be able to do a lot. So if they have a lot, they will be able to do a lot more. 923. Good morning. Hello, Port Harcourt. Good morning. Welcome.
Yes, it's from the road.
Welcome.
Okay. Now, they will ask you what you do with the money, because if they like, they give us 90%. Because of bad people have, or the power. NDDC is there for the past how many years? That's what is coming to the Niger Delta region. We can't show anything that this is what we are. And now, 13% that they want to give us. To me, the 3%. To me, if they give us 10%, Jude, so far as we still have those that have different motives, to do better things. So if they say, I will not find they want to give money for me to ask me what I want to use it for, it's not a law. Because for the past 20 years, if I'm not mistaken, NDDC is there. Let us come on account of what the fund that is coming to NDDC use it for.
All right, thank you very much, Ibiso. Chris is in artillery. Good morning, Chris. Hello, Chris. Good morning.
Yeah. Let me say something about this 13% or 3% given to the host community.
Okay.
You say something we need to tell ourselves. You sold my father's property. Instead of you to hand the money over to me, you are giving me, you sold it 100,000. You are giving me 1,000 naira. Asking me to manage 1,000 naira. Who does that? Who is the owner of those the mineral resources? You see this guy thing, who and the who are discussing? Is it those people with our father discussing my own property? This Nigeria,
Okay, all right, thank you very much, Chris. Clement is on NTRO. Good morning, Clement.
Good morning, Mr. Jude.
Good morning.
Mr. Jude, let me ask you a very simple question, and maybe this can help us understand what is yours and how you use what is yours. Mr. Jude, when you enter secondary school, did your father give you all your school fees from JSS1 to SS3 and say, Mr. Jude, take whatever you do with this? I mean, it's supposed to be, you should use to pay your school fees, and he just give it to you like that.
Okay.
So that would have been, in fact, I believe your dad can do that. But because he knows that you are a student and you are in a formative age, he cannot give you all the money. Rather, he has to take you through the process. So the money is our money. It does not come in here. There is a government, there is a structure, how this money will be given to you. However, the little that was given to you, what happened to it? You build private hotels with it, marry wife, you spend the best time in Dubai and all that. And then the structure that's supposed to be there, go to the riverine area and see how people live. And you have the money and you cannot take care of all those structures and you're looking for more, to steal more, because the little you have, you're stealing it, you're looking for more money to steal. So set your house, put your house in order before you get more, because people are watching you.
But Clement, Clement, hold on. Just before I let you, before I get to the next caller, the notion is that whether or not you give whole, it is from their backyard. They should, in the sense of natural fairness.
Your school fees is your right. The oil we are talking about is the Niger Delta's right. Now, what do they do with the time? What do you do with your education? When you were start going on and you are spending time in the field or at the back gate, were you in class? That is what you should ask the Niger Delta people. Are they doing what they are doing with their
But did they have schools to go to? Many of them would tell you. Many of them would tell you they didn't have schools to go to.
They don't have schools to go to. They should go to school now. The government has given them to go to school. Scholarships are there. They are selling their best rights to other people. We know how all these things work. We shouldn't pretend that big. We know.
Okay, all right, Clement, thank you very much. WhatsApp 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. Hector says, more funds equal more embezzlement, though I still support more funds. Good morning from Hector. All right, more funds will not make for better accountability. Let them share whatever. Let's develop ourselves. If I develop myself and you do the same, the whole region will be developed. Trust me, that's from Ken. All right, facebook.com/NigeriaInfoPH, facebook.com/NigeriaInfoPH. That's where we have our Facebook page. We'd like for you to join us in the conversation. You can watch us live, drop and interact with us this morning. So, simple question. Will more revenue guarantee accountability? Well, our guest earlier on the morning crossfire seems to think so. Dr. Peter Ede, Commissioner for Energy here in River State. Do you agree? Omunari Benibos says, well, the percentage is too small, but let the federal government, in conjunction with the CBN, use the money meant for each community to build community-based projects directly by supervising and after due consultation with the communities. Emmanuel Nogbogoro, good morning, Emmanuel.
Good morning, my dear.
Good morning. Welcome, please.
Okay. For me, the passage of the DSP deal is a blind robbery of the host communities in the Niger Delta. because I can't comprehend the computation. You're giving me 3%, and you're giving another 30% just for oil exploration. Where? What is the guarantee that when you do the oil exploration, you will find oil there? Secondly, have you considered what are the prospects of oil in the international oil market? Why people are shifting from oil to other energies? We want to take money to invest in that sector that has no prospects based on the fact we have on land. It's unfortunate that people are not taking core decisions in the interest of the people of our area. I'm not saying that you have to just oppose our positions. The same person would have been allocated to any of these major ethnic nationalities.
Wait, Emmanuel, please.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, do you think more money will equal more accountability?
Sorry?
Do you think more allocation or more funds will equal more accountability or better accountability?
No, don't go there. The issue is, give me what is due to me, and then allow me to administer that.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. So, for some, it's not a question of if they should or they shouldn't. Ethically, morally, some would say, give what is fair to the region. But the people in the region are asking, what has been given in the past 10 years, 20 years, 30 years? Has it been judiciously being utilized? Or, like someone else state, it's not been enough, and so we're not seeing the effect or, as it were, the direct impact on their host communities. 017-923-0002, 017-923-0003, 081-7-923, I beg your pardon, 0009 is the WhatsApp number. Then we have Telegram and WhatsApp available on 0809-030-6416. We'll take a break now. When we return, we'll be taking your calls and your messages. 90.3 Nigeria Info.
Do you want to know more about Nigeria? Tune in to Nigeria Info.
100.3. A review of what is coming out does not seem very appealing to Rivers State as what we presented. In the first place, we asked for 10% of equity to the host communities, but they came out with 3%, and even the 3% is not exactly very clear. 3% of what? Because if it is 3% of operational profit, then we will not fare well under that, because it is the same oil companies, the IOCs, that determine their operational cost. So it is cost minus revenue will give you profit. So if they determine the cost and they determine the revenue, it means they are also determining what will be the profit. And it is what they declare as profit that 3% of that will now come back to us. So we are not satisfied with that.
Yeah, so the voice of Peter Dr. Peter, Commissioner for Energy here in Rivers State, and his sentiments and those of many of the region's individuals and obviously stalwarts and maybe most vocal voices are in agreement. Now, Sam Orokuchinedo asked the question earlier on, and someone also asked during the morning crossfire. So, did they reject this bill? Talking about the representatives, we're talking about the 3% allocation. If they did, then why then was there an agreement at the tail end? Now, all of that is not in question on this program this morning. Hello, Port Harcourt. Now, we are looking at how this monies have been spent over the years. Now, the good commissioner said, well, look, the monies have not been enough, right? And so we can't, in all fairness, ask for accountability, because if you have a little amount, obviously not a lot can be done. But we have a very popular saying and a very popular parable that people throw about, the banter about, they throw it all around. He that is faithful in little will get more. But it doesn't apply in this case here, where they claim that they haven't received enough to have even started. Zion is in GRA 017-923-0002, 017-923-0003, and 017-923-0007. Good morning, Zion. Welcome.
Hello, Port Harcourt.
Hello, Port Harcourt. Good morning.
In the Niger Delta region, more money, more looting, more revenue, more all sorts of leakage. More money, more problems.
But more
money, more fair? Arrogant people.
Zion, isn't it fair that the people have a larger say in what goes on in their region, particularly financial-wise? The argument is if they have had more money, maybe they would have done more. But they haven't done enough.
No, sir. The amount of money that have visited this region since 1960 till date, my goodness me, if I tell you, you will not sleep this night. If I tell you the amount of money that have visited this Niger Delta region from 1983 to 1999, you will not sleep this night. If I tell you how much have visited this region from 1999 till date, you will not sleep tonight.
So the question then remains. All right. So if this is not going to be relating to accountability, what then will relate to accountability?
The region lack intelligent people.
Really?
The region lack educated people. They don't read, they don't think, and they lack imagination.
Okay.
You are talking about intervention agencies. We want have what we call D3. Do you know how much was D3 allocations on budget on yearly basis?
Okay, exactly.
We have unpadded. I'm coming. Hold on, I'm coming. I know there is no time. Now we have what is today the NDDC, who has been accountable for its projects.
Okay.
Are there no people there?
All right. Thank you very much, Zion. Christian is in Maya. Good morning, Christian.
Yeah, my advice to the Niger Delta, the oil producing state, is they should go to International Court of Justice and present their paper. Take both federal government and the oil companies. That's the only place where they can get justice. These people are greedy. They are all thieves.
All right, so more should be done. It doesn't agree with the 3% on the table. Obina is near Lozu. Good morning, Obina.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome. Hello, Port Harcourt.
My brother, I've been listening to even the people they sent to negotiate with them. They are begging for 10% and they are giving them 3%. It's a very big shame. I'm telling you, the people that is generating the thing that Nigeria is enjoying. Do you know that currently they claim they want to clean Ogoni? The people that claim they want to clean Ogoni, go to Ogoni now, they have refugees now. Refugees in Ogoni, people have run away from the community.
Okay, so
they're giving them 3%.
Obina, do you think more funds is going to equate to better accountability?
Is too small.
We're not talking about 3%. If more is given, will there be better accountability?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Obina? Good morning.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, so if more is granted, right, will it equate to better accountability?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Chima is waiting on the line. There's so many calls. Please want to try and keep the calls short and sweet. A minute, 10 seconds at the most. Chima is in Jobu. Chima, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Jude. Welcome.
Yes, Jude, for me, I think in as much as I believe that the 3% is not enough, but I believe there's need for accountability. You understand? You understand me?
Yes, we will.
Now, we are focusing on 3%. How about 13% that was given to the government? Is it their pocket money? You understand? So that is it. So that 13%, how many all-producing communities that are being developed by the government? So this money is turning to their own. So for me, I am agitating that the first community should be given at least 10% or control their resources and pay revenue to the federal government.
Okay, all right, Chima, thank you very much. Kinsley's in Bugoma. Good morning, Kinsley. All right, we have a minute for you, Kinsley. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
What I'm saying is that whatever money is due, the Niger Delta should be given to them. If I am due 10 naira and you give me 3 naira, where will the 7 naira go to? And who will take the 7 naira? Who are taking the 7 naira? Are they better? Do they do better work than I, who is having the 3 naira? Why can't the federal government set up monitoring teams to monitor those they give contract to?
Okay.
There should be monitoring different committees set up to monitor the people, the contracts they award, and not say that the money they give to because the Niger Deltans are not doing adequate usage of the money they give them. The other 7 naira should go to other places. We are in Nigeria and we know that all those other people they are talking about, they are not better than the Niger Deltans.
And let's assume okay, all right. Kinsley, thank you very much. Ernest is in Mumbiak, let's get to hear from Ernest this morning. Good morning, Ernest.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome.
Good morning.
Thank you for your patience. Good morning.
I think the truth is that the federal government has not been fair. People are talking about accountability. Who will make accountability happen? If the federal government, the system that put in place are not working, am I the one that will go and persecute the man that was given money by the federal government to develop my place? Who has the ESCC? Am I the person? Who has the ICPC? Am I the person? Am I the one that has the police? Is it not the government? If the government found me wanting now, as I am talking to you, do you think they will not come and pick me?
All right.
Why may not pick those who they give the money that are not using it to do the work?
Okay. All right. But Ernest, we've heard of so many cases. I have about 30 seconds, right? That people have said this governor did this, didn't do that. This chairman did this, didn't do that. All of these were representative of the small communities. Isn't that, in all fairness, that they ask for better accountability from those who are representing them?
Good. Yeah, yes, it is a fair one that we ask for accountability from those who have represent us. If we ask from them, how do we get the equity? How do we get the justice? Are we the one that will go and arrest them? Or is it we going to mark in their house, in their domot, shout to a placard, justice, that will bring justice?
Okay. Ernest in Umubiakani, 9.3. Hello, Port Harcourt. Sorry about that. Messages. All right, let's get more messages. For one to build a house, one needs a plan. It's the plan that determines what the building will look like. The Niger Delta has no concrete plan for development. For the money that has been given, there is nothing to show for it. The likes of Dubai have spent lots of money. Dubai is like that, and we cannot justify the money that has been spent so far. There is no need to ask for more. Really? Our people in the Niger Delta are the ones destroying the Niger Delta. Interesting. All right. Good morning, Jude. There is no correlation between more money and more accountability. However, I don't think we should bother about accountability at first. Let the people get what is due them first. Then, if the money is not utilized properly, accountability issues can come up. But as long as people don't get what they should, they will still be able to, they'll still use the fallacious excuse of it is not enough. Interesting comment there. Christopher in Port Harcourt. 90.3 Nigeria. Good morning. Sorry about that. Messages now, and we're against the Facebook right about now. All right, keep the comments coming. The conversation is live this morning on Hello Port Harcourt. Edith Don says PIB bill that is passed against resounding nails. The Senate president stood against the will of the people. Nigeria is really a replicate of a scam. Interesting. All right. Host communities should rise up to whatever the government is out to achieve. Ken says, I believe 3% for the host community was not good enough, but I think our people are doing well with 13% derivatives, Ministry of Niger Delta and NDC. Yet our people in Niger Delta are still very poor. More allocation might just be more looting. Mazi is in Transamadi. Good morning, Mazi.
My brother, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Julius, in fact, I'm even surprised that we are crying that they are giving us 8%. We should keep quiet and collect it like that and stay quietly. I don't want a problem. We see, by right, we have decided to allow ourselves to remain as a slave for Nigeria. We can be taking crude, taking product from my land and offering me 3%. That BIB bill has been there for almost close to 20 years. Our brother was there for 6 years. He could not lobby National Assembly for them to push that thing into bill. What was his work at Abuja? Now you expect a Northerner to come. They own 90% of what we have here. Are you not aware? They own 90% of the oil well. They expect their companies to finish and give you what?
Mazi, once again, let me ask you. Do you think if more allocation comes, accountability will be achieved?
The 13%, which governor has shown me that this is what he has done with 13%?
Okay.
What one governor there? So, which road, which community has they developed with 13%?
Okay, all right, Mazi, calm down. All right, yeah, so a lot of people are obviously emotive on the subject matter, and it's totally understandable. But then it's interesting that the divide is becoming clearer as we go on this morning. So on one hand, many are saying, just get a better deal. We'll talk about accountability later. Others saying, but look, even that which we have had should have been more than enough to create a lasting impression on the people in the Niger Delta, but we haven't seen so. So, if there is more, would there actually be better accountability? Or is it a case of not having enough? And that's why enough has not been done in the region. Chris is in the room. Chris, we're going to give you a minute because we have other callers on the line. Good morning, Chris. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Jude.
Good morning. Hello, Port Harcourt.
Yes, I mean, for me, 50% should have been okay. And this idea of we being able to manage our resources well, so because of that, they wouldn't give us what belongs to us. For me, it doesn't make sense. It's like you have something, somebody else, because you can remember you don't have it again. How I have it is, and how I spend it is not your business. But let it be that you have given me my things. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah, totally understand your narrative. Chris, thank you very much. All right, good morning, Jude. I am giving a very big no to that question. What is needed is the willpower, not more money. When the willpower to act in accordance to requirements guiding the operations. This is not to say that which is due should not be granted to us. That's from Arong. All right, Arong goes on to drop a video clip. Unfortunately, Arong, I can't get to listen to it on the computer here. I'm sorry, but maybe we'll send it to the news team. But thank you very much for sending that across to us. Also on WhatsApp, my problem is not the 3% or the percentage. My problem is our representatives and the so-called opinion leaders that make noise now. This bill has been laying down for years untouched. Does it mean that our national lawmakers, both in the higher and lower chambers, are not aware of this? We are calling for approval now before it's done. The next thing is 3% and then 5% for host communities. I think we need to recall all our lawmakers home, but I still believe that there is room for amendment. Let's stop all these inciting words that will not take us anywhere. Thank you very much. That's from Joe. Mufasa is in D-line. Good morning, Mufasa. Hello, Port Harcourt.
Yeah. Hi, Jude. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity. Well, we are talking about accountability and whether we should request more as a people. Of course, there's a need to ask for more because you said that human wants, are insatiable. But to a large extent, I also believe that if we are not accountable to what has been given to us so far, how do you think, it will be, possible to now begin to get more from whatever source that is coming from? You agree with me that even those people, the very few ones who are demanding for accountability are considered enemies of the state. Okay? Even we are in a position where even some of these governors go as far as getting injunction just to prevent anti-graft agencies from looking into their books. So how do we now begin to achieve progress, as a people, when even leaders themselves do not even want to be questioned or account for, what was given to them as a trustee to take care of on behalf of the people? So conclusively, Jude, I think there's a need to ask for more, and most importantly, there's also a need to be accountable for what has been given to you so far. Let us not, away from that. If you have been given a responsibility, you should be alive to your responsibility and be accountable to the people that put you there, to guide them and get resources on their behalf.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mufasa. Joseph is calling us from Isiokpo. Joseph Mekao.
Jude, good morning.
Good morning to you. Welcome.
Good morning, Niger Delta. My contribution, according to your question, if more is given, it means more preparation and more development. As it is now, as they are not properly utilizing what is given to us, so they will not properly utilize what we given if more is given.
But Joseph, some of the opinion that is because it's not enough or it's not commensurate with what should be given. That's why some of these projects have not been able to be completed. There are very many factors coming here. If it's small money, you can't build a big house with small money.
That is what I'm telling you. See, the level of development now and level of misappropriation will still repeat when more is given. Understand me, according to your question.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Joseph. It's a pleasure. Do enjoy the rest of your day. 08179230009 is the female caller line. I'd like to get the voice of a female shortly, just before we wrap up this conversation this morning. 08179230009, and then WhatsApp and Telegram, which is very popular this morning, 08090306416, 08090306416. All right, that's where we get our messages to. Prince Will is on the line. We'll get to Prince Will right after this message. All right, for one to build a house, one needs plan that determines the building. Niger Delta has no concrete plan. The prodigal son was given what his right was, but mismanagement led him to eat with pigs. Prince Will in Bowen. Good morning, Prince Will.
Okay, morning, sir.
Good morning. Welcome, please.
Okay, madam. In respect of the accountability you are talking about, I suggest that they should give the demand of the Niger Delta the 10% than to commenting about the accountability. they should set up mechanism. If they are giving us the 10%, then they will not talk about the accountability to monitor it.
Hello, Prince.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you now.
Okay, you can hear me now.
Yes, we can. Go on, please.
I said the 10%, they should approve the 10% or 7% and later make mechanism to monitor the accountability than to talk about accountability when they have not implemented the demand of the people.
Okay, all right, Principal, thank you very much. Principal was calling from Bori. All right, let's get to Facebook, facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH, facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. On the show this morning, we follow up a conversation earlier on the morning crossfire. We had the Commissioner of Energy join us, Dr. Peter Ede, and he was speaking with Sam. And whilst they were breaking down the comments, the views, the possibilities, the benefits of the PIB bill, the question came through about allocation. And the Commissioner said, well, it's not a question that we can answer now because there's not been enough. So grab more and then we can talk about accountability. But is that your take as well? Is that something you agree to? Will more revenue guarantee accountability in the Niger Delta region? That's a question this morning. All right, thank God Atuegbu says the chiefs and elders of these host communities should be very careful in handling this 3% so that it do not lead to the destruction of people's buildings for allegation of misappropriation. Okay, all right. Thank you very much. That's thank God Atuegbu. More messages on WhatsApp. I'm struggling to keep up on the WhatsApp platform this morning, but I will read as many as possible. Please do forgive us. Bear with us if we don't take your message or messages. Hector says, I will suggest that they should stop giving derivation to governors. River State in particular really has nothing to show for it, unlike Delta State and other Niger Delta states where the governors try to manage it. Over here, we have a governor that is going about talking about his personal interest. Hector says, good morning, Jude. You are asking if more is given to Niger Delta region will equate to better accountability. The one federal government has been collecting and has it been accounted for? Has it stopped them from collecting? It is totally out of place and unacceptable to say that because a man is not judicious in spending, you shouldn't give what is due to him. The federal government should let us sell our oil and pay revenue to them. How the money will be used or accounted is a secondary issue. Tolofari Julius, thank you very much for your comments. JJ is in Rumokoro. Good morning, JJ. Thank you very much for calling.
Good morning.
Welcome.
That principle of getting more before you account, but I don't think that is possible. Even though I want more, but the little you are giving, we should be able to account for it too. Dude, I went to Abuja last week through the road, and there's a place you get to, you see Sukuk Bond Fund start from here, and you drive some kilometers, they tell you the end of Sukuk Bond, right?
Okay.
But have you driven around the Niger Delta and say 13% derivation fund start from here and end here? That's like the governor's pocket money. And Jude, you know LMA very well. LMA town very well.
Not very well, but I know.
There are 7 communities that bought into the shares of Indorama, 7 host communities. And those shares were supposed to be shared among the communities based on their land, that's the size of their land in the Indorama project. But does element look like where got that 7 communities like Agbonsha, Aleto, and some other ones?
Quickly, we have somebody waiting. JJ, please, just get to
okay, what I'm trying to say in essence is they got 4 billion every year, but there's nothing to show for it. So how do you not give them more? Thank you very much.
1-4 is in Transamadi. Good morning, 1-4. Thank you very much for your patience. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome, please.
Right. Is it 95.1?
This is 92.3.
Oh.
okay. All right. Sorry. One. Honest mistake. Good morning, Jude. The percentage we're talking about, has it been harmonized? Senate said 3, the reps said 5. Which one is the mean amount? We'll get to that conversation later on. This 9th Assembly did not do well in the case by approving 3% to host communities. The yardstick of what we have done with the 13% is uncalled for. After all, the 80% of oil blocks are owned by people outside the Niger Delta. Williams from Fuchi community. All right. Good morning, Jude. What do you expect when the majority of people, senators, are Northerners? The minority say this is what they want. The majority say no, they'll do their own. The 3% is an insult to the host communities, honestly. Thank God. Okay. Well, if you like, let our own people own all the oil wells, all the oil companies themselves. We will still remain this way. Instead, we will have more generals and more cult groups and families and tribal crises. Let us manage what we have and use it prudently. IBC. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Lawrence from Rukwaku says that is it 3% for the elites in the host communities? If so, it's too much. But if it's for the host communities, then it is wickedness from the federal government. If this 13% is given to states has never been accounted for, how can 3% be accounted for? All right, thank you very much, Lawrence. 91.3. Hello, Port Harcourt. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, my take of this is the 3% we are talking about.
Yes, please.
Is so poor.
Okay.
It's very poor. Whether accountability or no accountability. Because even the federal government itself cannot be accountable for anything. So they should give larger funds what belongs to them, and before we not talk of how to accountability whatsoever. So thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Well, that's the much we'll travel on this particular day this morning on the subject matter. Right, I'll read one more message. All right, Ima Yema says, my response to accountability is this. Has the federal government been accountable to the whooping sum they have collected in the past years? You can call a dog a bad name and hang it. They should they should give the Niger Delta what is due them as owners of the revenue, or leave the issue of accountability, because the reason for more corruption and swindling of the treasury is at the center is because more monies are appropriated to them. There's more money, there's more connection in the center than in the other parts. That we'll get to find out as the conversations continue. There are different aspects of the PIB that will definitely be unearthed. There will be put under the microscope, as it were, and have more deliberations on the subject matter. More to come. Later on this morning, we'll have conversations right here on Hello Port Harcourt. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. We'll have the news. Andrew will be delivering news shortly, and then we'll get into a little bit of a question later on inside River State. My name is Jude. As always, this is 92.3 Nigeria Info.